I'm just having a couple of problems with it.
What kind of operating system does it use?
It's, Vista!
We're going to die!
Everybody, Circuit Main here, and of course you know this is the Brony Show. We are now at episode 264. It's been a heck of a week, a couple of weeks, and today was definitely no exception. I basically had to not scramble. I was actually working hard the last 2 hours to get everything ready for the show. Believe it or not, I actually wanted to do a lot of great, fun, and special things for all of you, and I'm hoping I at least got something together, at least enough of something together, so I guess we'll find out as things progress today. Of course, I am not doing the shenanigans alone. I do have joining me a couple of I have a lot of beer apparently. No, I have a couple of faithful companions to join me in our shenanigans today. Of course, I have with me Suki of the Otaku Ascended.
And a cat.
And a cat. And I also have joining with me Toakoi. Toa? Toa? Okay, I think we might have lost him. Bueller.
Probably muted.
Maybe. But yeah, unfortunately, Blanked Mind isn't joining up with us just yet. He might be a little bit caught up in something. We'll see if we can get him over here. And looks like
that would have been Blip. You mean me?
There you are.
Yeah, I'm helping my mother cook some portobellos with bacon and mozzarella. Be right back.
Well, there you go. He's cooking portobellos. But we'll have him here in a moment, and of course, Blank's Mind, we may or may not have, and apparently we have lost Silent Blast, who we normally would have here. I guess work pulled him away or something, but...
Yeah, that happens.
Yeah.
By the way, for the first time in a few weeks, I'm not the chef of my house. Yay!
Awesome. But as I mentioned, we still got quite a bit to talk about because unfortunately last week things did not happen all that well, and we did not have enough time, energy, or anything to really do a show proper. So we ended up pretty much talking about all E3 and everything that was going on that day and the few days prior.
Which, honestly, given how we do branch out to that in the gaming section, it's not a bad thing to talk about.
No, we're gamers. We're a lot more than just. I mean, we're bronies, but we're also gamers. We watch anime. We enjoy drawing. We enjoy writing. We're so much more than just being fans of ponies. There's nothing wrong with showing it off, just as long as we do it with a bunch of ponies in every single corner, background, and area of our lives. It's just a sudden silence.
No, I agree.
Ponies must be everywhere. We can have our other hobbies, but they must include ponies somehow.
You know, I would say something about that, but damn it if for every single fucking stream, including gaming and anime streams, there's the damn 2 pony plushies right behind me.
Fair enough. And just looking at the thing that Sketchy Mouse did for you guys about 2 or 3 years ago, and comparing it to my 250th one, it's kind of like, wow, we actually have grown, even if some of those people did leave.
We may have grown, though we grow even though we lose people in the process, which is an unfortunate, sad truth. But in any case, let's get a little bit in. Let's warm up our vocal cords here a little bit and talk about our daily lives. And what better way to do it than to talk about what's up, bronies? So, what's up, bronies?
I'm planning on going to an anime convention this weekend, so I might not be there for Roan.
Ah, fun.
I randomly decided to start playing MLB The Show 17. Honestly, just on a whim.
I was wondering about that. You usually don't play baseball games, do you?
I generally actually go for generally some kind of sports title on the console. I don't know. That's just me.
No, I remember fond memories of playing baseball on the NES and my PS1 and my PS2.
I'm also very hooked into this mode where it's basically a single player story.
Madden isn't getting that, so.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's also the fact that literally, I don't even have to play the entire games. It just focuses on the parts that involve me. So like a full baseball game, like even if you skip through like in this game, it'd probably take you about an hour maybe to play, I guess. But in this mode, I'm playing like 8 games in an hour.
Wow. That's actually pretty fast, considering usually it takes an hour just to do one.
Yeah. Yeah, but the whole point is that you're just trying to improve yourself. You're trying to basically work up through the minors up to the actual major leagues and everything.
Nice. All right. Well, a little bit of what's up going on with me. I actually had a Brony meetup here a few days ago. It was a big barbecue meetup, actually, out in the outdoors. I'm probably one of the few people that didn't get sunburned really badly because I tend to stay under trees and under the gazebo in the shade. Also had on a nice little hat. That was pretty cool. But yeah, along with that though, later in the afternoon, I did get to talking with one of the administrators here of the Brony convention that is local to us, the Crystal Mountain Pony Con, which will be about mid-July actually, so it's coming up here in the next few weeks. And I got roped into basically doing the gaming room, or at least helping out a large portion of it and manning it for the entire convention time.
So basically, you've moved from paying for about a fourth of the show to now working the show.
Yeah, go figure, right? But no, I might end up actually trying to do some things with the gaming room. I'm still trying to get some details about what exactly is going on, if they need anything, but I'm not gonna lie. Nothing. Everybody knows I'm a pretty huge gamer, and if you actually ever saw my collection, I have a massive amount of retro games, old games, consoles up to the walls, few TV sets. I mean, a lot of stuff. The big problem is I'm a big RPG gamer, so yeah, that doesn't work well in the con environment sometimes. Let's face it. But
boss, just from my experience at Midwest Rally Fest, they trucked in like a game place that basically said, "Here's all these consoles. You could just bring your own and say you can't take anything, but please."
Well, of course, no, I know. I might end up actually taking some consoles or games or other things with me. So whether I'll just be there to make sure nobody steals anything or actually ending up with a bigger contribution, that'll kind of pop itself up as we go, I guess. Figure it out.
Well, if you need at least give me the blueprints, like the dimensions of the room, I can easily drop a simple schematic.
Oh, dude, don't worry about it. In all honesty, I don't know how much of it I'm going to be involved with, and in all honesty, they probably already have the schematic already figured out since they have to share it with a board gaming group. But that's just one thing going on with me. So essentially, I'm going to be a lot more involved with the convention space rather than spending a load of money and checking out panels. So I'm still hoping I can attend some of the panels, including the drinking panel.
Please don't. I heard your liver last night. It was saying, "Please, Josh, stop drinking."
Do you know how much I actually drink? Dude, I don't drink that much at all. I've only gotten drunk once in my life, and that was like 4 or 5 years ago, if you can call it that. And all I did was end up throwing up half of it midway through the night. That was not pleasant. Please, if anything, the only thing that beer is doing to me is making me fat. I'm sure my liver is fine.
More the reason why I don't drink.
Any case, but other than that, there's really not much else going on for the time being. Just living out the normal daily grind of surviving my work and everything else that is being thrown at me. Of course, we're about to hit a massive heat wave, and I'll know just how well this house can stand it when we're about 99 degrees and our only AC is one window in our front room. I'm probably going to be camping out there that day. I'm not gonna lie.
Let's see. Yeah. Oh! Sunday! 76. Nice.
Now, before I go kill Toakoi, let's go ahead and move on here, unless anybody else has anything to chime in.
No, I got nothing.
Alright then, let's go ahead and move on. As I mentioned, we have to catch up on about 2 weeks worth of stuff, so we are going to be skipping out on a few little bits of news and tidbits. But all of it is in our show notes, so I really would recommend checking them out because there was a lot of stuff that came out. If we actually did news as we normally would have done, this would have spent us over an hour easily. There's a lot of great stuff, including great merchandise. But of course,
yes, of course. Always plug the merch. Plug the merch. Plug the merch.
I think the merch is good. But in this case, the first thing I want to plug is the Main Quest Dream Maker, or Make Your Own Sprite Pony. Unfortunately, all I can do is mention that this thing exists. The big problem with this is I honestly, there's supposed to be a web browser version. I tried really, really hard to get it to work. I have no idea what was going on or if it wasn't working right. But they also have an Android version, which I did download. I just haven't had a chance to actually do anything with it yet. So all I can tell you is that this thing exists. So instead of the pony creator with the 2D version of yourself, you can make now a sprite version of your OC.
Which actually is a little bit more helpful because then you could go, hey, if you already have the animations for a pony, here's my sprite character. You can just tweak it from there.
Actually, I was thinking more that people will start to make their own little RPG maker games and try to include their sprite ponies in there. Or their platformers.
I'm down for doing it.
Well,
I'm down for doing that for one of your anniversary things if I ever get a game engine.
Fair enough. Now, here's another one that is kind of interesting called Starved for Light, which is a atmospheric platformer that is currently being worked on right now by another group out there. Of course, it's taking some tones from ponies, but obviously it's not exactly spelling them straight out that it is pony related. Of course, you can obviously tell who one of the ponies is. But yeah, it's a atmospheric platformer, as you can see here, akin to Limbo and Ori and the Blind Forest and so many other games.
What's the other game that the people that Limbo did is
Inside.
called?
It was Inside.
Oh yeah, it was Inside, yeah. I saw little bits of that, but I never really saw all of it yet.
And Get Out, no, that's a movie. Another Way Out, no, that's probably a video game.
Yeah. At the moment, though, there isn't anything on Steam Greenlight on this, and yeah, here's Ori and the Blind Forest, which is partly inspired by, but let's skip over this. But yeah, here's one of the ponies, Iris. A big surprise who that is actually supposed to be, and you got Liliana. Also, again, big surprise who in the world that's supposed to be.
Also, I thought we had a Death of Greenlight.
A Death of Green. Well, I meant Steam in general, not the Steam Greenlight, but
yeah.
they are currently working on this, and right now they actually set up a Patreon and we're asking for funds in order to continue working on the game, of course. I really wanted to bring it up though because it actually looks really, really good for what they have so far. Just looking over the screenshots that we have right now, and yeah, here are the rewards that they currently have for the Patreon. But yeah, it looks really good. It looks like it moves really well, so they really have been working pretty hard on it. And I hope I do see this. I actually hope this comes out and as an official release and that we can play it full and proper, or at least get a playable beta, worst case.
Yeah. By the way, the funniest thing is, the first movie was just a horse running, and come to this, and basically you could take that sort of frame by frame thing and overlay it to what they are doing for the character so far.
Can you name me? Okay, that was stupid. Name me running. What the? I think I used up all of my. I think I used up all of my intelligent, clever thinking for later in the show today. I'll get that. I'll get to that in a moment. But let's go ahead and move on. Now, who's ready for canonizations?
All right, who wants to be canonized? Saint Felipe.
Nope. In this case, we're canonizing Button Mash.
Hey.
Now.
Sorry, Cole's whistle supply.
Right. Yeah, give it back to him. We don't need his whistle supply. We do it with drums and freaking trumpets, man. I said trumpets. Okay, never mind. Moving on.
Would you prefer the one that's from my posterior?
Okay. Anyway, moving along. So, Button Mash has apparently popped up in the MLP mobile game. They recently had an update which they called the Cutie Mark Crusade, where you're earning little Cutie Mark talent points, and as you earn them, you unlock more and more characters. And Button Mash is one of the later tiers, officially giving the title Button Mash to this pony. Which is kind of funny because he actually, until now, never had an official name, and Button Mash was only coined up by Jan Animations when they did Button Mash Adventures.
Yeah, God rest that animation. It was so good, but it was so fraught with legal trouble.
We'll leave that alone for now, but yeah, Jan Animations did have a little bit of fun with that on Twitter, considering, but.
Let him have his fun. He went through hell. Safe was shady.
I'm not saying anything bad about it. It is what it is. Yeah.
Was I saying you were saying anything bad, or are we just going around in this double entendre of I'm not saying anything bad?
Exactly. So, Button Mash is now in the mobile Android game, along which the mobile Android game had a big update, which also include the Cutie Mark Crusade. I have actually participated a little bit in this so far. It's not all that difficult. All you do is you take the younger foals, you have them do little events to. Apologies. To have them collect little talent flags, which you collect enough, you unlock somebody. And then you go on and collect even more talent flags with other foals and all that fun stuff. So, yeah, there you go. So it is what it is. So, there you go. Moving right along here. Now, on the official merchandise release, who's ready for the official Elements of Harmony Volume 2 guidebook?
Bring it!
Well, it's already been brought. It released 2 weeks ago. So
we still have the D&D expansion.
What? Right. Well, we'll get to that in a moment, too. But for My Little Pony, The Elements of Harmony Volume 2, this has been released a couple of weeks ago, and this contains the official guidebook for Seasons 4 through 6, including a lot of the details and everything that happened in those seasons. Me, personally, I am going to end up picking it up because I do kind of like these guidebooks. They have some good pictures in them. The information they can get out of it is pretty interesting, and I just love having these little things here and there that kind of give you a little more snippets and stuff about the background of things in case you really want to try to make something unique.
Basically, if you want to be a lore nerd and write fan fiction so detailed they'll go, can we hire you as a writer?
I don't think they'll go that far, but one can dream.
One can dream. One can dream.
In any case, yeah, there's that book. And while you're picking up your copy of Elements of Harmony Volume 2, as mentioned, there is actually another release that has recently happened. Once I can find it. Where are you? I will find this. Okay. My Little Pony: The Curse of the Statuettes, which of course is the adventure campaign that they created for Tales of Equestria. As of a couple of days ago, it has officially released in the United States. Now, of course, you can see everything that this official storyline comes out with. It contains a story of the Curse of the Statuettes, character sheets, dice, and of course, ye olde GM board that you can put in front of you, though it won't do you much good unless you're actually playing with people face to face.
True, but also here's something weird. Didn't we in Rome just come to the mansion where there are puppets?
Different case, not this. And you sound really off.
That's because I have a vacuum coming in, and that's why I'm off.
Well, that would explain it. But yeah, so there you go. Of course, this is definitely a nice, exciting thing. Of course, I will like to remind anybody that is interested in getting this. This is a supplementary adventure, so you absolutely, positively need to have the main core rule book with you. If anybody has done book RPGs before, the core rulebook is the thing you absolutely need for anything that adds on to it. And this is definitely an add-on. Otherwise, go ahead and buy it to your heart's content. Spend all the money.
Yay!
Now, who else wants to see something really interesting in the way of book merchandise?
Let's have at it.
How about Augmented Reality Pony?
That's book?
It's a book.
Yes.
Now, of course, apparently...
Oh, I've heard of these.
Now, this was actually announced over at BookCon 2017, which happened a few weeks ago. Now, this is an actual real thing, and they even gave a live demonstration with a tablet. And the whole idea is that...
On that adaptation.
Hold on, relax it, Toa, relax it. Let me talk a little bit here. But yeah, the whole idea of the augmented reality is you have the book, a coloring book of different figures, things like that. And you can also look at this with your phone or tablet, and it actually brings things into augmented reality, which of course means that you just see a 3D image pop up in the middle of wherever the book or whatever thing is supposed to be there. Now, the funny thing is that apparently these images are completely black and white, so I'm wondering if as you color in the different things there, if it actually colors it in itself, which would be ridiculously awesome, but I think that would be highly unlikely. I could be wrong, though. I might
Boss,
be...
there's only a way to test this out.
Well,
you need to buy it and show it.
Unfortunately, in this case, all we know is that this book exists. Wherever it's out yet, or if you can find it, nobody has been able to find it yet. Even the Devar website, Devar is the person creating this, does not have an actual purchasable copy of the book just yet. So, yeah, there's that. So, moving right along, who wants to have some more awesome merchandise?
Why can't we have it all?
Why would you want crappy merchandise?
Well, this one, it's got a little bit special here. We have a Rarity figure in the UK magazine, and this time Rarity is wearing sunglasses.
They kind of look like a normal sewing glasses.
Really?
Am I going...
You're going crazy. I've never seen sewing glasses like that.
I can see what he means. Like, they look like the frames, kind of, but just turned into sunglasses, basically.
Yeah. I sew with sunglasses at night. Okay, never mind.
So I can.
I made a joke.
Hey, you're not the only one that loves sunglasses at night.
Okay, but alright, I'll give you a little bit of credit, because the comic that they have in here that we can't read because it's in another language does have the Rarity sewing glasses, which are obviously not black. In all honesty, it's kind of hard to tell. I mean, they if they're sewing glasses or sunglasses, they still look kind of interesting on her. So, yep, there's that. Moving right along into other little bits, pieces of news. Now, of course, we got the random merchandise thing. We always have plenty of random merchandise here, and I would love to talk about it. I'm just gonna go ahead and pop this sucker in and completely destroy everybody. We can wait.
We're waiting. Doop boop 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 doop boop boop boop.
Actually,
What
I am.
the fuck happened to it?
There it is. Yep.
Oh, got the face.
This plushie was found at Target.
Seriously, that looks like somebody's grabbing it at the front end, like squishing the face.
I know, right? I was just
I feel
quick.
sorry for this plushie.
I feel a little bad too, but I feel bad too, but it's still funny. And the main style is also pretty silly, but just the face alone is worth it.
Yeah.
Well, Cole, if you love her all that much, then all the more power to you. Oh, Fist of the North Star. I love it. All right, now who wants to get their own My Little Pony themed nail polish?
I haven't painted my nails in so long. I think I wouldn't mind it.
Well, for you glam gals and glam guys out there that want to sparkle up your fingernails, a company called China Glaze has scooped up the My Little Pony license to celebrate the movie with dishing out overpriced nail polish that makes your nails sparkle, along with a Rainbow Dash Funko head.
Sparkle, sparkle.
Yep. But yeah, all different colors, all the colors of the world. And of course, they are included with puns here. Here's me trying to open up one of them and accidentally closing the entire web page. So yeah, that worked out well. Let's try that again, huh? Okay, so here's one of the nail polishes called literally I Just Can't Her Lot. I'm just gonna.
Girl, I just can't a lot.
Can't her lot. We can't her lot. Okay, moving along. No, I don't want to bring that back.
Being stylish just got easier, dude.
Girl. But yes, we got nail polish. Now we got a last few things here. Now who's ready to dress up as My Little Pony?
Are we going as cosplay or fursuit? Because that can cause two very different problems.
How about a cheap Halloween costume that's 7 months too early?
Hey, you gotta plan ahead for this shit, man.
Yeah, honestly, you kind of do.
Alright, well, a company called Disguise, I'm not kidding, that's the name, has jumped onto the movie bandwagon and has released their costume compilation of My Little Pony costumes for the movie.
It looks like a rejected Transformers costume.
I'm not saying that it probably wasn't. Also, it reminds me of I am a businesswoman from the 80s. Look at my shoulder pads.
I didn't get that one, but yeah, the shoulder pads are pretty huge, aren't they?
Okay, the Twilight one works better.
And of course, for those of you that can't handle the mask, they also have ones that are just on the shirt.
Alright, all but the first one kind of work.
And of course, for those of you who actually have girlfriends that are willing to do crazy stuff like that, they actually have adult sizes too.
Glass, I'm not saying that's Kamen Rider stuff, because with Kamen Rider you at least have something that's more than just armor as opposed to just fabric.
And of course, for those of you who just want the wigs, they also have those as well. And also sparkly ears, sparkly ear wig extensions, all the fun stuff. You can have it all.
Well, also with the wigs, you could go as the R63 version of all the main 6.
Alright. And finally, this is going to be our last My Little Pony themed episode. We have discovered something even better and greater out there. We have found My Little Ducky.
What now?
Aww. Actually, that wouldn't be a bad idea for a rival show.
Yes, we have found My Little Ducky, and we will go on with our new Quack 6. They surely fit the bill on what we absolutely need in today's entertainment. Of course, the episodes kind of roll. What?
You got a little bit quack.
I'm not quackers, man. I'm just letting the news kind of roll off my back like, I don't know, honey off a duck's back?
It's water off a duck's back.
No, I'm sure it's vinegar off a duck's back.
Eh.
Yeah, maybe it's not the same. Okay, we'll stick with the ponies. My little ducky, why?
My Little Ducky, what are they, quackers?
Well, let's go ahead and move on to the next little bits of notes here. Of course, we have
Please
the
note I stayed out of that.
Huh?
Please note I stayed the hell out of that.
You stayed out of that?
I stayed the hell out of that conversation.
I'm pretty sure you did, yes. Yeah, the whole conversation was quackers. Anyway,
It's better than being on Quacky Tobacco.
Alright, well, the fan submission and suggestion for the week, last 2 weeks, was ponies shredding guitars.
It says raging.
Ponies raging on guitars, shredding on guitars, raging against the beast. Basically, they were rocking out beyond the words, and of course, we got a few submissions, including a surprise one. And I'm going to go ahead and go with the surprise one first, because he's the only one I actually have up right now. Vaguely Creepy actually has submitted his artwork for this, and Shred Lestia, who not only does the one guitar, not just 2 guitars, but she takes on a triple shredding 3 guitars.
Okay, still waiting for it to show up on the stream. There it is. Yeah, 3 guitars, damn.
Yep.
Well, I mean, she is kind of cheating. There's the whole magic thing.
True.
And a wings.
True, but considering you got the magic wings and everything betweens, yeah, I'll give him a little record. I'll give him a little credit there. You know, that takes effort. It takes real effort. All right.
Yeah.
Now I'm taking a quick look here, and actually that's interesting, huh? Now normally we have one from one specific person, but I'm not seeing them here. I'm gonna double check here real fast. Toa, do you have yours?
Yes, it's in content creation.
Right. Okay.
And you scroll up to the 13th, and that should be it.
All right. Oh yeah, and I do already have Mike Nice here, so let me grab him real fast. Okay. Again, I do apologize. I tried at my absolute best to make sure I got everything ready, and it just did not happen.
It did not work.
It did not work. Okay, you know what? I'm going to open this up here because this one was a silly image, and it was actually based off of the Gaming Meltdown with Creature.
And you mean the one I did just the other day?
Yeah.
So, backstory for this image, he was playing Wasteland and the original, that inspired Fallout, and got a sequel recently, Wasteland 2.
Yeah.
And he was fighting rats and bunnies. And they kept saying, mist, mist, it's getting warmer, mist, mist. What do you other people got knocked out? So I did the people that were in the chat as well as Firestorm because he was in the call with Creature, and I just had me going, hi-ya! For no reason other than narcissism.
Well,
That's the backs.
essentially, yes. But I was reminded more of freaking Monty Python the Holy Grail with all the misses with the bunny and everything. Okay, what? What is he gonna do? Nibble your bum? Ah! Kills everybody. Yeah. Okay, now I got everybody's
Use the holy hand grenade.
Now I got everybody's ready here, so I might as well quickly throw this one out. Though I had to, admittedly, had to dig a little. I'm not sure if I lost the email somehow. But Dr. Bristle, Pony's raging on the guitar. He almost looks constipated.
Yep.
But otherwise, you know, it's a...
Yeah, it's all right.
Yep.
Considering that he's not using Vector anymore, it's pretty good.
It's a work in progress, and it shows he's trying, which, in all honesty, I am giving him credit for that. He's trying something different after we kept making fun of it for about 8 months.
Almost a year.
It's been a while, but I am so glad for him to step up a bit. But let's go ahead. Let's also show off everybody else is here, because we do got a few other people that need a shout out. And here we got Mike Nice with literal guitar smashing.
Rock on! Damn it! I should have made a Wayne's World reference, or at least a Bill and Ted.
Nah, you gotta go nowadays. You gotta go earlier. Let me smash. Jeez. Mike is a hoe. And finally, we also have Toa's, which is an interesting combination of fiery rarity and a bona fide version. Yeah, a bona fide version of who? Dimmix?
Yeah, you know, the one that goes, dance, water, dance!
I know what he does. I just don't know his name. I just remember the horrifying cries of dance, water, dance, and the countdowns and the death. All the goddamn death.
I'm sorry, I'm a little bit of a Kingdom Hearts lore nerd.
The death. But yeah.
By the way, he was the only one that figured out that they already had hearts. Why did they need new ones? In fact, that's why he was sent to fight you and die.
I'm gonna leave that one alone. Gonna move on here. Alright, also really quick, Dr. Bristle did submit an extra bonus entry, so we'll quickly jump into that. Of course, it plays off of the old the old meme that was in the community about 5 years ago with the two sides of every character, the happy face and the sad face.
Oh, Starbat's still doing that.
Yeah. The problem is, I think he might have missed the point, because it's supposed to be something positive on the left side and something negative on the right side, and I don't know. So it just I kind of get where it was going, but it doesn't quite get there.
Let me get one of the recent ones that I have. Dio. Not the Sonic, not the cartoons, not just submitted. Ah, here it is. Copy and pasting in content creation. Control V, enter.
Okay.
That's what it should be.
Oh, I'm actually surprised that they keep doing that. Somebody is still doing this. So it is an interesting art style if you can get it right. But yeah.
It's a good try.
No, it's a good try. I'm not gonna knock it, but yeah, you get the whole dichotomy here. You get the hopeful face and the depressed face, and just something that kind of rings a little bit true to them.
Oh, you should see the Zephyr Breeze one that is either on the side or somewhere near there.
No, I'm not gonna give that hippie wannabe any more time than he has just for existing.
Oh, trust me, that comment section is filled with the same vile that you just said.
I know, but I'm just having fun for the silliness of it. Let's go ahead and move on.